Okay, big day today. We're going to put some paint on the moke. So what I've done this morning, I've gone over it again with 400, washed it down with water, dried it off. Good sunny day, so I'm just making sure I've got rid of all the moisture on it, which is looking pretty good. Couple of spots I had to touch up this morning, sanding, and I went through to bare metal again, so I've just touched those up with a bit of etch primer. So just been reading through the data sheet, and I've got top coat 2:1. I've worked out what I need on here for 2:1. So just getting prepared. My plan is to wet the floor down. I'm going to pull this front roller door down, leave the back one open, put the fans there to evacuate the fumes out that way. Yeah, I've got everything sort of hanging up here ready for painting. So yeah, pretty exciting day. So I'll keep you updated as we go. I've got plenty of paint, given that underneath has already got colour on it. I'm hoping to get 4, 5, even 6 coats on the top. I want it nice and thick, really glossy. I'll probably do a clear coat as well, which I haven't got at the moment. But the rear here, the plan is I'm going to do around the edges here, but I'm going to leave the rotisserie on it and spray the rear as a separate job later on, just simply for convenience, because I can roll it over, get underneath, get all the hard to get spots. And if you have a look at sort of under here, it's just going to make my life so much easier getting right in underneath. I shouldn't miss any parts. I don't have to worry about getting overspray onto here because it's all rough, as you can see, with the Raptor liner, and it's already got colour on it. So yeah, I'm not too happy with this. Got a little bit of surface rust coming through, so I'll clear that off first. So yeah, just taking my time, getting well prepared. Then I'll kick off again once. Okay, we're getting close. So I'll just bring you over here and we'll mix up our first batch of paint. I've got everything sort of set up, lights, everything here ready that needs colour. These parts are going to be painted a different colour. So here we go. Wish me luck. So I've shaken this up well and truly beforehand. I've cleaned the spray gun. I've got the recommended nozzle size on, which is a 1.4. I've sprayed some thinner through it just to check the fan and whatnot. So we'll see how we go. 2:1 hardener. So we shall use this measure here. I'm not quite sure whether I should just fill this up with paint and then mix it up in these with the hardener. I think I'll do that rather than I'll pour the paint into here, then into here, then I'll mix it up. Otherwise, then if I run out on the first pass, I don't have to reopen this. So I'm just going to use this cup as just to make it easier to fill up. Point of no return. Beautiful colour. Beautiful colour. I've wiped the moke down with a tack cloth as well. So everything should be good to go. It's the best mask I've got. The only mask I've got are these ones, but alright, so 2 to 1 according to this. 2 to 1 is this one. 5 and 5. It's hard to see actually. That's 5 there. Yep. I've got thinners, but I'm not going to thin this. That's it, perfect. Before I do the body of the mocha, I'm going to do these panels and I'm doing the back of the panels and the back of the bonnet just to make sure I've got the gun setting right. It's a bit of practice. I've done a little bit of spraying in the past. I've had some absolute fails. My worst one was I didn't let the paint flash off in between coats enough, and it just never dried the paint, and it was black, flat black, and it remained tacky the whole life of the car, which is just ridiculous. My sons have never forgiven me or let me forget it. Okay, let's get geared up and go, eh? Don't know that I like this hood. I had all sorts of trouble getting this in before, so we'll just see how we go now. Once again, it's not going in. I don't know how you're supposed to do this, to be honest. It looks good. Really happy with it. Really happy with it. There's a few things that I was concerned about with my preparation, but it turns out that I shouldn't have been. I have got, looks like a little bit of water here. I'm not really sure what to do about it. I might even just leave that and just keep going because I have to do this back section, so at worst if I have to sand that and touch it up I can, but just the flatness of these panels is what I'm happy with, because there's a fair bit of bodywork in it, as you would have seen in the previous videos. But in general, for the first coat, got no runs that I can see, and it just looks beautiful at the moment, so really happy with it. You can really see your face in that. For the first coat I am wrapped, so I'm just going to let this flash off now, and then I'll prepare and do another coat. Roughly 2.5 coats, so 3 on the ends, 2 inside on the floor, but the side panels have had 3, so I'm going to give it one more coat, but predominantly again down the main wear and tear areas. But as you can see, it looks spectacular. Really pleased with the backyard job. Probably the best one I've done yet. Best one I've done yet, for sure. What we do with a bit heavier coat along the back there, so I'll do that. All the end panels, the bonnet has had 2 coats, so I'll give it another coat on top. It's only had 1 underneath though. I'm just a bit hesitant to roll it over. At the moment I may even hang it up because they're done, so I may pull those down and then hang the bonnet, so I can give another coat on the inside without laying this on the paintwork. But in general, very happy. I may remove this now as well and do a couple of coats on the back, and then I'll be done. Look at that shine, beautiful, beautiful. Best job I have done in my life. I've painted a few cars, but some success, some total failures, but this would be my biggest success yet. So, and thanks to YouTube, because I watched about 1,000 videos on how to paint things, so really helped me do a better job.